everyone, welcome to the Mama Elephant YouTube channel. This is Arena and today we have a really great sentiment set. This is Written in the Snow. There's also the new frame tags Delancey Creative Cuts dies. These products are part of the Mama Elephant's 7th anniversary release, and these products will be available on September 15th. We have the Delancey dies here, and I'm going to take that really great thin outline frame and cut it out, and I'm going to use the inside piece to stamp on. I'm going to take one of the Written in the Snow sentiments and I'm going to white heat emboss it on some colored cardstock. I believe this is Paper Tray Ink Pure Poppy. And I really wanted to white heat emboss it because I wanted it to look like snow, so I made sure to use a darker background so the white would pop. I'm using Versamark ink and Incon 3 Arctic White Ultra Fine Embossing Powder. And I did prep my sheet with an anti-static powder bag. I had a couple of rogue areas where I needed to remove some of the powder, so I'm just using a brush to wipe that off. And I did heat up my gun for 15 seconds before I brought it down to the paper. I did want to use both of the larger sentiment stamps from this stamp set. So that first one was Holiday Cheer and the second one here is Believe. And there's also a little heart and a little happy face. I did stamp out the happy face off camera on this green card. And this green card stock I believe is from Michaels. It's their green 110 pack and it just has different blues and greens in it. I like how unique and large these sentiments are. You can definitely mass produce a bunch of holiday cards with this as your focal point. I've cut out that frame tag again to get that inside piece in white, and I'm just making a couple of simple hills. I've used an older die set on the hills to create these little hills here, and I'm going to ink blend them to coordinate with the two cardstock colors. So I'm using some peacock feathers and festive berries, and I'm just going to do like a light hint of some shading because I don't want this part here to be so stark. The stamp set also comes with these two little sentiments that you can pair with your bigger sentiment. So here I'm placing kind of my card all together so I know where to put that smaller sentiment. And this one is the Believe sentiment and it matches with in Magic. So I'm going to stamp out in Magic just in black on top of that snow. So the whole sentiment is Believe in Magic. For the Holiday Cheer one, I'm going to pair it up with the smaller sentiment To You and Yours. And I'm going to do the same process of putting my card together and then placing my stamp to get perfect placement. So I'm just going to put this one in the middle. I'm taking that thin frame piece that we had cut out in white and I'm going to tape it to the insides of the panels. You don't have to do the taping, you can just directly adhere it to your card. I just like doing this myself because I can just adhere it to my card panel right away without having to adhere to different things. So I'm just going to do it to both of these. And then I have cut out two panels using the previously released wood grain cover die. It's one of my favorite dies. I always like to use it just to add a little bit of texture in the back, just so the cardstock doesn't look too plain. And I'm also going to adhere my two little hills that we created and stamped in the front as well. Then I'll take these entire panels and then I will adhere them to the A2 sized panels that I had cut out using the wood grain cover die. I wanted a little bit more dimension, so I'm adhering it with some foam tape. And I'm just going to cover the whole back of it just so there isn't any bowing or anything like that, and it looks so nice when you just pop this little element up. I'm also going to add a couple of little penguin agenda images to these cards, and I colored in the penguins to match the cardstock. So the penguins on the left have a hint of a red belly, and the penguins on the right have a hint of a blue-green belly. I just loved working with these penguins. They're so cute, and you can use them in so many different ways. And I really like all the little tiny scenes that you can create with them. And I like how you can use one or two, or if you want to use all of them, they just look so cute. So we're just going to make two tiny little scenes here, and I think it matches so nice with the card. I really liked the look of these cards. I do a lot of cards that are really image heavy, and I'm just so in love with just the graphic quality of the look of the sentiment, and just like two little penguins. I just love it. I loved how these cards turned out, and I feel like they could be easily mass produced also. So I'm going to mount these on my card bases, because my last step in making these cards is putting some stickles, because it is the holiday season after all, and I have to think of the things that I like doing during the holidays, and definitely sparkle is one of the things that I really like about making holiday cards. So I'm putting some stickles on the area there where I lightly ink blended, and that stickles will kind of take on some of the ink, so it looks really nice when it dries. And I'm also accentuating some of the little penguin accessories or decorations that are on the penguins, just so the penguins have a little sparkle as well. I love that little ice hole thing. It's so cute. It's so super tiny. The frame tags Delancey Creative Cuts dies also comes with some dies that can make a tag, which you see there, and you can also make hole reinforcements, and I've cut those out using some of the scratch paper from the card that we just made. So I have a red and a green one, and you can also make this gift card holder, and I'm reinforcing my score lines. You have to cut two of these. I did use really thick paper here. I would normally use 65-pound paper to create this, but this was just scratch paper from my cards, and I just wanted to use it up. So we're reinforcing my score lines, which I feel like is my mantra sometimes. I feel like I say that all the time, but we're reinforcing the score lines here, and then we're going to fold them, so when we put this thing together, it'll be super easy. I'm going to cut away one of the bottom flaps on one of our die cuts. I'm going to put some adhesive on the inside of one of the die cuts, and then I'm going to push that flap down from the other die cut. I'm going to put some adhesive on the two flaps, and then I'm going to close it up, and that's how we will make our little gift bag holder or a note holder, or you can put your tag in there. It doesn't have to be a gift card holder. I'm just putting in a gift card there to test it out, and then I'm just checking out some of the pieces that the die set comes with. I'm testing out what the hole reinforcer looks like. I like how it adds just a little bit of color there, or you can do tone on tone, whatever you like. So I just wanted this tag to match the cards that we just made, and I also wanted to use up that paper. I'm taking a little sentiment from the Written in the Snow stamp set. This one is the To You and Yours, and I'm stamping it out on that conversation bubble. I'm topping off my tag with some peppermint twine, and I'm going to adhere my little conversation bubble on my envelope, and then I'm going to add two little penguin agenda images on the front. Super easy. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you join me tomorrow, because we did some watercoloring, and I'm obsessed with watercoloring. We also made some shaker cards. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the Mama Elephant YouTube channel and tap on that bell to be notified of future videos. I hope you guys have a good day and happy holidays. Bye, guys.